Hello everyone out there, it's HK Fanatic here. This module is going to cover my modified Star Trek 2009 motion picture tricorder. And already you can see the switch on the outside, which I'll explain why, that necessity for that here when I get to that part. Other than that, it appears to be the normal tricorder you can pick up online for probably around $10 now. Because of some changes I made inside, it doesn't auto open anymore, so you have to press the button so you can pop up the top. The original locking mechanism is still there, but in order for me to make room for the additional wiring on the inside, I had to remove a couple of sections so it doesn't, the spring doesn't quite spring it up as it should do when you engage the release. As you can see, it still moves, it still releases it so you can open the door manually. I find it better that way. That way it's not going to open up on you a mistake. And other than that, you can see for the most part it is the original model, the green and almost amber orange LED are still here, your two switches, and the original LEDs underneath these colored lenses. The yellow, the red, but the blue one, as a result of adding the additional LEDs, have had a power drain across the board, so this one doesn't quite light up. But the sound still sounds good, and as you can see, all I basically did was add LEDs along the LED line that was originally on the original decal. Now on the original unit, also when you opened it, the unit powered up, but because of I wanted to use the original circuit board inside for the strobing of the lights of the LEDs, I had to install the switch. I had to remove the original switch, which would engage when you open the lid and give you you get the same effect when you turn the switch on, as you can see. Only now you get some additional LEDs that stay on. All the other modes still work the same. For example, your scan mode, and yes, those are some bright LEDs. What you can't see is that there are actually some pulsating and cycling going on there. Oops, held the button down there. Again, the loss of the middle light really isn't noticed that much. I also noticed a little bit of a decrease in the volume because of the overall. You're basically stretching the two AA batteries pretty thin. But other than that, considering a trip to Radio Shack, some LEDs, some get as flexible a gauge wire as you can. I recommend about 22 if you can find it. It's a little harder to solder with, but it will help you be able to reposition the wiring, because you're going to have to make cuts on the inside to make room for this row of LEDs in here and on the side. I also have enough room that I could also install some here along the secondary, which I'll probably put some blue ones and turn them along the upper row here, add more blue light to it. But for now, it pretty much looks, I don't know. The 2009 movie only showed the tricorder once, and that's when Captain Kirk was stranded on the planet and he was talking, and you never did see the front plate. It was away from the camera, so no one can really say if that's what it looks like on the inside or not. But maybe in the next movie they'll actually show it a little better. I'll also show it to you real quick with some reduced lighting if I can here. because of the bright, actually you can still see the LEDs here. I just have to get closer to it. Originally I was going to set it up so that it would maintain this blinking pattern all the time, even when no current mode was, none of the mode buttons were pressed to simulate a background passive scan, but that's what the remaining lights are on, stay on for. And I just didn't, it would have required more wiring, and believe me, the 4 or 5 feet of wire I had to put in here just to get all this stuff to work is packed in like spaghetti in here, and there is no, I also had to remove one of the screws. I had to Dremel away the actual screw mount so that I could make enough room for the LEDs to get the wires connected and solder them to the board. So as you can see, it's only 3 screws. 3 of the original screws are holding the unit together. And what you do is you get yourself a little mild bead. I recommend Gorilla Glue, and just put a small bead of it inside when you put it together. I mean, you can still get it apart if you need to, and it'll hold the unit together pretty good. And again, the switch, as I said, carries out the job of, some of these lights are wired directly to a source of power on the board. So if you have batteries inside without a switch, even if you close up the unit, as you can see, the lights stay on. So I installed this little $3 switch from Radio Shack. So as you go, turn it off, and now the unit is all power has been removed. But turn it on, you'll get the same sound you would have got when you originally opened the flaps on the tricorder. Again, for about a day's worth of work, some soldering, maybe a little frustration because there's not an awful lot of room for you to work inside there. You can modify any one of these. The next one I plan to work on is the Playmates tricorder from the next generation. I got the rest of the LEDs here. I just need to have the time to sit down and figure out how I'm going to rewire and modify that one. I will also say this one has more room to work inside than that one does. And I'd also like to pick up a model of the copy of from Roddenberry.com, prop of the original motion picture tricorder, which you only see in a couple of scenes throughout the entire, all the collective motion pictures. So hopefully that project will get underway sometime in the future. But for now, for this module, Sage K Fanatic signing out.